Episode 81. Han Li was getting desperate. With a surge of ruthless resolve, he poured every last drop of his magic power into the attack. Instantly, the gray streak of light shot forward with explosive speed, as if supercharged. It pierced straight through the yellow-robed man's chest, giving him a heart-stopping chill.
The man in yellow let out a pained shriek and plummeted from mid-air.
Han Li was overjoyed. He immediately recalled the gray light and sprinted over.
He wanted to take a prisoner alive, to interrogate properly. Unfortunately, by the time Han Li reached the spot where the man had fallen, he found the yellow-robed man had been killed outright by the impact. It was a truly vexing discovery.
Well, since there are no live captives left, I'll just have to search these two bodies. Let's see if I can find any useful clues.
Han Li searched the two bodies without ceremony. He didn't find anything directly related to the case, but he did stumble upon a small fortune. The pair had over 50 low-grade spirit stones on them, not to mention a number of talismans and magic tools. Though Han Li was puzzled by the sudden ambush and wondered if the missing rogue cultivators were connected to these two, he didn't dare linger. After taking a few pills, he set off once more. Jinzhou was located in the northern part of the Yue Kingdom, its territory ranking second largest among the 13 provinces. It was a land of mountains, hills, and sparse population sharing a border with the neighboring Yuanwu Kingdom. The Taiyue mountain range sprawled across western Jinzhou, stretching for thousands of miles. It was a vast, primordial wilderness teeming with all manner of wild beasts and birds of prey, a place rarely trodden by human feet. Whispers even circulated among the local woodcutters and hunters, claiming sightings of immortals and monsters, weaving an even deeper shroud of mystery over the land. Of course, the common folk could never have imagined that the heart of the entire mountain range had been occupied for millennia by Yellow Maple Valley, one of the 7 great immortal sects. From above, this place looked no different from any other mountain range, just as rugged and densely forested. But in reality, it was all an illusion, cloaked by a massive, extraordinary formation. Below, countless towers and grand halls had been densely constructed. Cultivators, riding leaf-shaped magic tools, flew back and forth at low altitude, ceaselessly busy. The current sect master of Yellow Maple Valley, Zhongling Dao, was already over 100 years old, yet he still appeared as a middle-aged man with 3 long wisps of beard. He was at the late foundation establishment stage, a man of steady temperament and skilled at organization. His prestige within the sect was immense, and he commanded the complete trust of both the senior elders and his fellow disciples. But this normally unflappable and supremely confident sect master now sat on the main seat of the great hall, his brow deeply furrowed, watching an intense argument unfold between a middle-aged man and an elderly man before him. Seated along the 2 sides of the hall were over a dozen cultivators with varied expressions. All of them were Yellow Maple Valley's administrative staff.
Senior apprentice brother Murong, the recipients for the Foundation establishment pills were clearly assigned months ago. Now you want to cancel my grandnephew's pill and give it to some rogue cultivator? This is utterly unreasonable.
The old man shouted at the clean-shaven, middle-aged scholar, his voice brimming with fury. Surprisingly, the old man, who looked far more aged than the middle-aged man, insisted on calling him senior brother.
Brother Yi, it was an unforeseen circumstance. An incident where someone uses an ascension token to join the sect only happens once every few hundred years. How can we possibly ignore it? We absolutely must yield a Foundation establishment pill to this newcomer.
But this man isn't from a cultivation family at all. He's just a rogue cultivator. And we're supposed to give him a Foundation establishment pill for that? I think letting him join the sect is enough. That alone would be a stroke of immense fortune for him.
Now, junior brother Yi, you can't put it like that. How do you know his ancestors weren't from a cultivation family? Maybe their family just fell on hard times, and that's why they became a rogue cultivator. Besides, who can guarantee their own family will prosper forever? Who's to say the Yi family won't fall on hard times one day? If a Yi descendant shows up with an immortal ascension token, then, should we at Yellow Maple Valley also refuse to give them a foundation establishment pill and just let them join the sect? If you, junior brother, dare to swear such a poisonous oath before everyone, I, Murong Shan, will turn and leave this instant and never mention the foundation establishment pill again.
The middle-aged man spoke eloquently, leaving the old man's face alternating between green and white, utterly speechless. How could the old man dare to make such a vow, one that would bring endless trouble? Besides, even if he did swear it, aside from this one fellow who's always been at odds with him washing his hands of the matter, who knows if someone else might pop up?
But why does it have to be my grandnephew's pill that gets given up? Why can't it be someone else's?
Well, that's because your grandnephew here simply didn't measure up. His ranking in the test was far too low.
Seeing the man across from him putting on such an act, the old man ground his teeth in fury. But with his grandnephew's interests at stake, he couldn't afford to hold back.
My grandnephew's ranking may be a bit low, but he's not the absolute last among those who took the foundation establishment pill. There were 2 others, weren't there?
You're right, junior brother. There are indeed 2 others who ranked lower than your grandnephew in the test. However, their circumstances are truly exceptional, so I'm afraid your grandnephew will have to bear the slight.
What's so special about them? If you can't give me a reason that satisfies me, I won't swallow this injustice.
Nonsense. What's there to choke on? Those 2 are indeed special. Skipping over them and directly selecting your grandnephew was something I personally approve. As for the reason, even if you didn't ask, I would have explained it to you.
Seeing the old man's words were completely out of line, Zhang Lingdao's face darkened as he snapped out a sharp rebuke. Seeing Zhang Lingdao say the same, the old man felt a chill run through him.
All I know is that during the test, my grandnephew should have had 2 more people behind him. But as for who they were, I genuinely have no idea. That's precisely what has me so furious. Could there really be some exception that would make our normally fair and strict sect leader show such blatant favoritism?
Zhang Lingdao waved his hand, gesturing for the middle-aged scholar to return to his seat.
Junior brother Yi, I'm afraid your grandnephew will truly have to bear the brunt of this. As for the other 2, one is Elder Hongfu's only living descendant in the mortal world, so even though the girl didn't quite meet the standard, I still selected her back then and placed her on the list to receive a foundation establishment pill. I trust junior brother Yi isn't planning to cancel this person's foundation establishment pill.
The old man was startled at the mention of Hongfu's name, his face instantly paling with fear and reverence.
Since you're a descendant of Uncle Hongfu, of course we should look after you. How could I, your junior, ever show such disrespect to an elder? I accept this arrangement for him wholeheartedly.
Sect leader Zhong was not at all surprised by the elder's expression. After all, as the only female core formation cultivator in Yellow Maple Valley who among those present didn't know about Elder Hongfu's infamous temper when it came to protecting her own. If they really stripped that young girl of her foundation establishment qualification, not only would the old man be in trouble, but even the sect master himself would likely face a world of trouble from then on.
And the other person?
The last one possesses a mutated spirit root of the wind attribute. Is that reason enough?
The old man fell silent at those words. The Yellow Maple Valley's sect rules explicitly state that those with heavenly spirit roots and mutated spirit roots get priority for foundation establishment. There's nothing to complain about there. But this grandnephew of his, though not a blood grandson, had been watched by the old man growing up day by day since the day he entered the sect. The old man cherished him even more than a true grandson. How could he bear to tell him that his qualification for foundation establishment had been revoked?
Then, does my grandnephew truly have no hope left? If we wait another 10 years, my grandnephew will miss the optimal window for foundation establishment. He'll have no hope of ever reaching it in this lifetime.
The old man's words carried a note of bleakness, prompting a wave of hushed whispers from many of those seated nearby.
Junior brother Yi, there is actually a way.
A man with a somewhat gloomy countenance and a prominent aquiline nose stepped forward.
What? Senior Brother Wu has another plan?
The old man surnamed Ye perked up at the news.
Within the sect, this Senior Brother Wu is famously resourceful. He might actually have a plan.
The old man surnamed Wu gave a slight smile. Without answering the question directly, he instead turned and offered a bow to Zhong Lingdao.
Sect Master, has the spirit root attribute of the person who brought the immortal ascension token been tested? What's his aptitude like?
Not very good, I'm afraid. Junior Brother Wang, since you personally brought this person in and conducted the test, you should be the one to report.
Yes, sect leader. The young man is about 18 or 19. He's at the early 9th layer of the wood attribute basic cultivation technique. His spirit root is of the 4-element type, lacking metal, a pseudo-spirit root. Overall, his aptitude is low, but he must have had some unusual luck and been willing to put in the hard work. Otherwise, he'd never have reached his current level. Without any other opportunities, he'll likely top out at the 11th or 12th layer of his basic techniques at best. He'll never reach foundation establishment. Even if he takes a foundation establishment pill, his chances of reaching the foundation establishment stage are only about 1%.
Good.
Before his junior brother Wang could finish, the elder surnamed Wu cut him off loudly. The others all looked at the elder Wu with puzzled expressions. Only Zhong Lingdao furrowed his brow slightly, already guessing the reason.
May I ask, Sect Leader, if the visitor voluntarily gives up taking the foundation establishment pill, would that not count as us breaking our promise?
Of course. However, no one is permitted to use threats or coercion to achieve this, or the reputation of our Yellow Maple Valley will be ruined.
Rest assured, Sect Master, of course. Junior Brother Yi, you wouldn't mind spending a little to buy his foundation establishment pill, would you? Given his pitifully low aptitude, his chances of a successful foundation establishment are minuscule. There's a very good chance he'll give up the pill in exchange for something more practical.
That's right. Senior Brother Wu has a great idea. Sect Leader, may I meet the holder of the Immortal Ascension token? I want to make a deal with him to get him to voluntarily give up the foundation establishment pill.
Zhong Lingdao pondered for a moment, then finally nodded in agreement, but he warned the old man once more not to use any underhanded methods to force a deal. Only then did he have Junior Brother Wang take him to meet the uninvited guest. The old man and Junior Brother Wang left the main hall and immediately took to the air on their night-flying magic tools, heading straight for Yellow Maple Valley's guest house. Meanwhile, in a room at Yellow Maple Valley's guest house, a young man lay on a bed, staring blankly at the ceiling. This was Han Li, who had arrived at the valley with the victors of the Ascension Immortal Assembly. After Han Li killed the 2 cultivators who had ambushed him, he traveled without further incident to a remote mountain in Lan Province. There, he participated in the Ascension Assembly that was held soon after, witnessing the tournament battles which proved to be 3 times more brutal than what Hu Pinggu had described. After a series of life and death contests, each arena had finally determined its ultimate victor. It was then that the guides from the 7 great immortal sects finally made their appearance, and the guide for Yellow Maple Valley was none other than that Junior Brother Wang. After meeting the Yellow Maple Valley's representative, Han Li thought it over carefully and decided to take the risk. He handed over the Immortal Ascension token for the man to inspect. The man was utterly astonished and immediately offered to bring Han Li back to the sect. As for how to handle him and the Ascension Immortal token, that would be up to their sect leader to decide. After all, the last time one of these tokens was reclaimed was 400 or 500 years ago. Naturally, Han Li had no objections. The alternative would have been the arduous task of finding the Yellow Maple Valley's mountain gate all on his own.